So, good day everyone. So, let's have a study first before playing games, okay? So, we're discussing about the learning activities to develop 21st century skills. But before that, if you're new in my channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification button, okay? Because if you do that, we're now friends. I'm now your idol, okay? So, let's start. So, what is learning first? Learning, it is the process of gaining knowledge and skills by studying, practicing, being taught, or experiencing something. It is a result where you get another information, knowledge, idea, and thoughts that will affect and help yourself to be better and do better through your experience and study that taught you. Anytime you do, anytime, anytime you're having a new experience, you learn something. Next, there are 8 learning styles. The first one, the visual learning, visualizing objects, coloring, drawing, and doodling. In this, there are a lot of occupations also here in visual learning, such as the painters and the architectures. Next one, the aural, learning with the use of sound or music. Third one, the verbal or the linguistic, the public speaking, writing, journalism, and debating. The occupations that are included in this verbal are the reporters, the newscasters, and the journalists. Just like I said a while ago. Next, the physical, sports and exercise. All all players, all people who are included in a sport such as basketball players, volleyball players, and badminton players, etc., are in the physical learning styles. Next one, the logical, mathematical, engineers, and mathematicians. The majority of these are the people who are bright in mathematics. They are great in mathematics. Then, the social, interpersonal, involving relation between people, solitary, talking to yourself, and lastly, the naturalist, experiencing the nature. So let's go to the other one. The learning strategies. So what is first is the learning strategies. It is the way to assist in learning. For example, studying, time management, goal setting, critical thinking, reading, note taking, writing, research, public speaking, examination, and stress management. So these are the examples of learning strategies. Learning theories. Behaviorism that focuses on the behavior of a human, cognitivism, the thinking and understanding, constructivism, constructive process, infraconstructor. This is in constructivism, our learnings always upgrades. Anytime we anytime we learn a new thing, our learning process are always constructed. Humanism, the value and beliefs, the life-centered. And lastly, connectivism, the social relationship. So these are the learning theories. So, the principles of learning. Learning is an experience which occurs by the learner and is activated by the learner. Just like I said a while ago, every time we experience something, we learn something. Next, learning is a discovery of the personal meaning and relevance of ideas. We discover something and we learn something. For example, we discover a new thing. Once that we learn how to use it or what's the purpose of it, we learn something. Third, learning is a consequence of experience. Fourth, learning is a collaborative and cooperative process. We must cooperate with each other so that we can learn also about the idea, for example, of other people. The next one, learning is an evolutionary process. Our learning evolves. Just this is also the constructivism. We construct the learning. Our learn every time we grow up, our learning also evolves. Number 6. Learning sometimes a painful process. Every time we learn, we experience a painful process. For example, in sports, when you for example in sports, you're playing basketball. In playing basketball, you will feel also a painful process. For example, you will be teased by the other professionals, and also you get injured whenever you play basketball. And also aside from that, for when you try a thing for the first time and you fail to do it, sa the other people that watching you will laugh at you, so that in that case you feel a painful. But every time you try it, you accomplish it. Okay, so let's go to the next. The richest resources of learning is the learner himself. The process of learning is emotional as well as individual, and the process of problem solving and learning are highly unique and individual. These are the laws of learning. One, the law of effect. A learning has an effect to every student's effects, such as they can gain knowledge every time they learn something. Next, the law of exercise. Uh, in the learning activities, it is an exercise to every student's mind. The student's mind is exercised they learn every time they do a learning activity. Next, the law of readiness. Students are getting ready to learn something. Law of primacy, law of recency, the law of intensity, and law of freedom. So let's go now to activity. What is an activity? The condition in which things are happening or being done. Then, a thing that a person or group does or has done. Activity-based learning. Activity used in an educational processes to make students learn. Teacher incorporates activities of some type of teaching to make students learn. These are the examples of activities: the fieldwork, concept mapping, experimentation, acting and performing, demonstration, playing game, thinking, writing, reading, reasoning, questioning, answering, and brainstorming. So what are now the learning activities? Learning activities, as the name suggests, are activities designed or developed by the teacher to bring about or create the conditions for learning. Tasks for students that are designed to develop the knowledge, understanding, and skills specified in the content and learning goals. These are the example of learning activity. First one, the content focus. Activities which involve student interaction with content can include listening to and or watching a live or recorded talk, engaging with the written or visual text, engaging with multimedia or a combination of this, asking questions related to the topic. Next, interactive focus with others. The social presence of a student in a unit has been found to correlate positively with both their achievement of learning outcomes and their perception of their learning in the unit, according to Richardson and Swan 2003. This includes the group activities, group sharing, and group discussion. Critical thinking. Activities that provide students with opportunity to think about or use knowledge and information in new and different ways will support their development of critical thinking skills. This process gives reasoned consideration to evidence, context, conceptualizations, methods, and criteria. Production. Asking students to produce something that can be an effective way of assisting them to engage with ideas and concepts at the level you wish them to. For example, written output and essay presentation. the problem solving, presenting students with the problem, scenario, case, challenge, or design issue, which they are then asked to resolve, address, meet, or deal with provide students with the visible and clear reasons for learning. A mental activity related to intelligence and thinking. It consists of finding solution to problem. And lastly, reflection. Reflection is an activity that supports the development of students' metacognition, that is their understanding of how they think, learn, and understand. It is a mental process. It is contemplation or a long consideration, thoughts or opinions that come to you while you are reflecting are called reflections. So that's all for today. So that's our the learning activities in developing 21st century skills. I hope you learned a lot for this time. If you have any questions or clarifications, just comment down and don't forget like like this video and subscribe to my channel for more educational videos. So that's all for today. Thank you and God bless you all.